Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Yes, welcoming you all to the supremely amazing lecture on the part 3 topic of the wonderful chapter of human physiology, digestion, and absorption. Guys, give me a thumbs up on the chat box if you are ready for the super amazing lecture. Tell me. I hope you can hear me properly. Yes. Good evening, Nila, Sujana, Rajni Bala, Shivani, Calvin. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Yes. Those who are watching the lecture, don't forget to like, share, subscribe our wonderful channel BioPoint. Stream the world of bio. Yes, little explorer. Yes. Good evening, everyone. So, in the last class, do you have any doubt regarding our last class on this chapter? Yes. Okay, Harshita. Okay. Yes. Guys, do you have any doubt regarding the last lectures we have taken from this chapter? If you have understood only those things, if you understood those things only, then we could understand today's class perfectly. No doubt, no one has any doubt. If your doubt is foolish, also you can just ask it. I'm here to explain each and everything. Yes, ask me if you have any doubt. Yes, Arshita, any doubts? No. I hope nobody has any doubt. Okay. So, with all your permission, we are moving on. I'll just summarize what we learned in the last class. So, in the last lecture, we studied about nutrients and nutrition. Uh-oh. Yes. Guys, am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible or not? Please tell me. Yes. Nutrition is the process of getting in utilization of energy rich nutrients by an organism. It is needed for, yes, thank you guys. It is needed for so many different activities such as energy, material for growth, maintenance of body temperature, and repair of tissues. Then we discussed about the different kinds of nutrients such as carbohydrates, proteins, fat, vitamin, minerals, and water. Yes, guys, is the OMR sheet examination proved to be useful to you or not? Tell me. Is it proved to be useful or it's just a waste of time? Tell me the truth, no issues. Should we stop it or we have to move forward with it? Yes, tell me. No one? Yes. So, guys, I have to tell you, in the group also, I just told you, please avoid negative marking. Okay, I found many students doing the same thing again and again. Guys, if you don't know any answer, just leave that. Just leave that. Suppose for today's examination there were 10 questions. Okay, suppose a person A, suppose one of you have written correctly how many questions? 5 questions you have written correctly. You have written 5 questions correctly. 5 question is right for that person and 5 question is wrong. So what will be your thought? If you doesn't have attempted this 5 marks question, what will be your final score out of 40? You will be getting 5 into 4, 20. Uh-oh. Right? You will be getting 5 into 4. Oh my god. Okay, out of 10 questions, it's just One second. Yes, Dikshit, we have just begun only. No issue with that. Yes, if you have written 5 questions correctly without attempting any negative marking, you would have easily scored 20 marks. Yes, you would have easily scored 20 marks. And if you have written 5 wrong answers, so your marks will be 15. Your marks will turn up to 15. You will use 5 more mark. Am I right? So this 20 and 15 is a great difference for your NEET exam. When in your eyes you will see just 5 marks difference only. But for your NEET exam, you may lose even your admission. Suppose if a person gets 620, the person with a score of 619 would not get the admission. Okay, that's how the negative marking is very, very dangerous. Okay, that's why we are asked. When you just see, suppose I'll be telling that I scored 620 on this NEET exam. My friend was telling I scored 621. Okay, then I'll be just telling, okay, anyway, I'll also be getting the admission. Guys, suppose sometimes even my admission would be rejected because even though the mark difference is just a small mark difference, just 1 mark difference between me and my friend, then that would affect my admission procedure. Okay, that makes me to stand on a standstill. Whether I should, that's not confident for me. I should not confidently say I can get admission in medical college since I scored 619 mark. Guys, it depends upon the situation. Okay, suppose my friend would be getting the admission because he is 1 point ahead of me. That's why I'm asking you not to attempt the negative marking or not to write the unknown answers for your exam. Yes. So moving on with the yes, we'll move on. Guys, tell me the small muscular organ that attaches the tongue to the buccal cavity. Yes, we'll go with a quick revision about the yesterday's class. Tell me the small muscular structure which attaches the tongue with the buccal cavity, floor of the buccal cavity. Yes, let me check who have studied well and prepared with the topics taught in the last class. Yes, no one. I should get the answer so fastly. Absolutely, Calvin. Srujana, very good. It is frenulum. Yes. So the tongue is attached. The tongue is attached to the floor of the buccal cavity with the help of the structure called frenulum. Yes, guys, absolutely. It is frenulum. And the tongue contains certain taste buds which contain papillae. Then, what are the properties? Tell me what are the properties of human dentition. Human dentition has 3 main property, that is heterodont, thecodont, and diphyodont. Perfect. So heterodont means different kinds of teeth are present. That is, 4 different kinds of teeth are present in case of human beings. Thecodont means the teeth are placed in a socket. The teeth are placed in a socket, right? Then diphyodont means there are 2 set of teeth. That is milk teeth and permanent teeth. Okay, guys, tell me which kind of teeth is absent in a school going child. Suppose a parent has made a child get an admission in a play school. When the teacher saw that one of the 4 kinds of teeth was absent in that child studying in the play school, tell me which teeth was absent. Which was out of the 4 teeth, which one was absent in that school going child or that play school going child? Tell me. Yes? Anyone can tell the answer. Absolutely, Nila. It is the premolar. That is why for the milk dentition, you will have the premolar count as 0. You will have the premolar count as 0. Calvin, it is premolar. It is not molar. It is premolar. In the last class, I told. That is why the dental formula stands like this. Right? Calvin, you understood? That's why the dental formula stands like this: 2102 divided by 2102. Okay. But for in case of adult or human dentition with permanent teeth, you will have 2123 divided by 2123. Okay. I hope each and everything is clear about the dental formula also to you. Next one about the pharynx. The pharynx is guarded by ease of the opening of the larynx, that is the glottis, is covered by a cartilaginous flap-like tissues called epiglottis that prevents the entry of food into the windpipe. Then we have to study about the esophagus, which is guarded by gastroesophageal sphincter opening. And the tell me about the wave-like movement that you could observe in the esophagus. The wave-like movement occurring in the esophagus, you will call it as. Yes, the wave-like movement of the esophagus is known as, during the digestion of food, you will call it as, absolutely Harshada, it is peristalsis. Peristalsis is the wave-like movement, the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the esophagus. Then the three parts of the stomach are fundus, cardiac and pyloric stomach. The pyloric stomach consists of the pyloric sphincter which guards the entry of food from stomach to the esophagus. Name the first part of the esophagus, guys. Tell me. The first part of the esophagus. Tell me. So not esophagus, small intestine. Sorry. The first part of small intestine. Yes, tell me. The first part of small intestine. Absolutely, Harshita, again, it is duodenum. And what you will call it as the shape of duodenum. Duodenum is what shaped structure? Yes, duodenum is the correct answer for the question. Tell me about the shape of duodenum. We call stomach as a J-shaped organ. Duodenum will be called as what? Duodenum will be called as what? Which alphabet shaped structure is duodenum? Absolutely, Shivani. It is C-shaped structure. Duodenum is the first part of the small intestine, which is a C-shaped structure, which consists of other two parts also, jejunum and ileum. Then you have small finger-like projections called villi. Name the finger-like projections present in stomach. The irregular folds present in the stomach, you will call it as. Tell me. The villi is a finger-like projection which is used to increase the surface area inside the small intestine. And what you will call the irregular folds in the stomach which increases the surface area for digestion inside the stomach. Tell me. Yes? No one knows the answer for the question? Nila, what is the answer? Tell me. Harshita, what is the answer? Srujana? Dikshit, tell me the answer. Shivani? Calvin? Absolutely, Shivani. It is Ruge. What about others? Where are the others listening in the class? Yes, guys, look at these are the irregular. I told in the class about the gastric folds or Ruge. Yes, guys, have you now understood? Those who have forgot it. Yes, gastric rugae or irregular folds in the stomach. You will call it as rugae. Yes, don't forget, this is the easy things. Then you have to study the villi has a capillary network. The villi has a capillary network and lacteal. Lacteal is a lymph vessel. The lymph present inside the villi, you will call it as the lacteal. Very important. The villi, the lymph vessel present inside the villi, you will call it as the lacteal. Okay. Next one about the three main parts of the large intestine. followed by the histology of the human gut. I already told, guys, if you have any doubt, anybody wants me to explain the histology of human guts once again, please tell me. Or else I should not waste more time on this and can move forward with today's supremely amazing lecture. Which one you need? Even if one person wants me to repeat this histology of the human guts once again, surely I will. Or else I'll move forward. Tell me. Yes, Harshada, it's okay. What about others? Anyone wants me to explain about the histology of human alimentary canal once again? Anyone needs it can tell me right now on the chat box. Or everybody is okay with it. Yes, I'm not getting any reply. That means you all know this. Yes. Okay, I don't want to repeat it. You are telling. Yes. So today's supremely amazing lecture on all about digestive glands. Yes, we are going to discuss extremely about the digestive glands. Tell me guys, what were all the digestive glands present inside our body? One by one, everyone. Srujana, tell me the number one, first one. Srujana, give me the answer for the first digestive gland. I ask you, okay. I'll ask one by one. You tell me about the first gland. Srujana, tell me the name of a gland associated with the digestive system. Fast. Fast. Any gland. We studied so many glands in the first slide itself. Don't know? Absolutely, salivary glands. Nila, tell me the second one. Nila, tell me the second gland. Gastric glands. Yes. Next, Harshida, tell me the third one. Harshida, tell me the third one. And Calvin, tell me the fourth one. Simultaneously, tell me. Harshida, third one, and Calvin, fourth one, also tell me. Yes, liver, gallbladder. Liver is a gland. Gallbladder stores about it. The bile secreted by the liver is stored by the gallbladder. Perfect. Yes, Calvin. Pancreas. So, guys, these are the main digestive glands associated with our process of digestion. Look, intestinal glands also, Shivani. Very good. They secrete that. Oh, they secrete the digestive juices for the digestion of food. So there are mainly these are the different type of digestive glands we have to study. First one is the salivary glands, second one is the gastric gland, third one is the liver, fourth one is the pancreas, fifth one is the intestinal glands. Yes, five type of glands we have to study, and all these provides with different digestive juices for this digestion of food. First, first gland we are going to study about here, it is all about the salivary gland. You all know about the salivary gland. The secretion of salivary gland is saliva. The enzyme is salivary amylase. Okay, the enzyme is salivary amylase. Can any one of you tell me another name for salivary amylase? Can any one of you tell me the another name for the enzyme salivary amylase? Salivary amylase is also known as. If you don't know, frankly comment no. Yes, that means I'll tell it now or else. Absolutely, Srijana, very good. Guys, Very good. It is talon. I hope everybody knows this because this is not a new thing. Talon. Okay. Okay. Talon is the answer. Talon is the another name that you would go or give to the salivary amylase. There are mainly three pairs of salivary glands. There are three pairs of salivary glands, that is two pairs of parotid gland, then two pairs of submaxillary glands, two pairs of sublingual glands. Very important, very important, more important for your board exam. Board exam, this is very important. For NEET exam, you will be asked only these questions. Where are they found? Will be asked questions based on their location. So there are three pairs of glands. First one is the parotid gland, which is the largest salivary gland. Parotid, among the three, parotid gland is the largest salivary gland, and it is present in the cheeks. If you see in the cheek, you will have a certain type of salivary glands. Exactly by this area, you will have the parotid gland. Okay, I hope you understood clearly with the image. Very clearly shown in the image, parotid gland present on the cheek. Yes. Second one is the submaxillary or submandibular glands, which is seen in the lower jaw. Which is seen in the lower jaw. Look, submaxillary or submandibular. In our lower jaw, this portion. Okay, lower jaw, you will have a salivary glands, and that you will call it as the submaxillary or submandibular. Last one is a sublingual gland, which is seen below the tongue. Yes, this is the tongue. Then below the tongue, you will have the third type of salivary gland, that is the sublingual glands. Guys, the salivary glands produce saliva. This saliva consists of a specific enzyme called the talin or salivary amylase. It consists of an antimicrobial substance. What name do you call that antimicrobial substance secreted by the salivary glands? Tell me. Antimicrobial substance secreted by the salivary glands. Anybody? Yes? No one. The salivary gland secretes saliva. Yes, saliva contains an antimicrobial substance. I'm asking about the name of that antimicrobial substance. Absolutely, it is lysozyme. Lysozyme. Okay, so it consists of 99.9 percentage of water, then mucus, enzymes like salivary amylase or talin, and lysozyme. And what do you mean by lysozyme? Lysozyme is an antibacterial. Lysozyme is an antibacterial. Uh-oh. Lysozyme is an antibacterial enzyme. Then you have certain electrolytes such as sodium, potassium, chlorine, and bicarbonate ion. Yes, understood about the salivary glands, everybody? Yes. So that's all about the salivary glands. Something more? No. Yes, that's it all about the salivary glands. So what are the things we discussed in the salivary glands? We discussed about the three types of salivary glands, that is the parotid, mandibular, and sublingual glands. Parotid glands are the largest pair of salivary glands which is seen inside our cheek. Okay. Submaxillary or submandibular gland is the second pair which you would see below your lower jaw. Then sublingual gland, which is seen below the tongue. Then we studied about the different components of the saliva. That is, the saliva consists of 99.5% of water. Then it consists of mucus, enzymes like talin or salivary amylase, lysozyme, which is an antibacterial enzyme. 2020 NEET written students might know about the lysozyme, which they would have studied in the chapter biotechnology also. Biotechnology also, you might have studied about the enzyme named lysozyme, which is the essential component for the breaking of bacterial cell wall. Yes, bacterial cell wall, lysozyme. Absolutely. Then next gland we are going to discuss about the gastric glands. What do you mean by gastric glands? Gastric refers to the stomach, right? So the gastric glands are the tubular glands which are present on the inner wall of the stomach. Gastric glands are the tubular glands which are found on the inner surface of the stomach. They secrete acidic gastric juice. So gastric juice, the pH is always acidic, that is 1.8 to 2 pH only. 1.8 to 2. That is, it is very highly acidic in nature. The gastric glands consist of three different kinds of cell. Three different kinds of cell. My guaranteed MCQ for your NEET 2021. My guaranteed MCQ for your NEET 2021. One question sure from this area, gastric cells. So three types of cell: mucous neck cell, chief cells or oxynitic cells, chief cells or zymogen cells or peptic cell. Third one is oxynitic cells or parietal cell. Okay, so mucous neck cell, chief cells, oxynitic cell. Please, 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 please study the name. Write and study the name. First one, mucous neck cell. Chief cell is also known as zymogen or peptic cell. Oxynitic cell also known as parietal cell. Very important. 100% MCQ question from this area. Several years repeated question also, but 2021 must expect a question like this for your exam. Look guys, this is a stomach. So we studied about the three layers, and in the area submucosa you will have three different cells such as the mucous neck cell, chief cells or chief cell or peptic cell. Even I am getting confused. Yes, if you listen in the class carefully, you will definitely remember these names. Chief cells or peptic cell, parietal cell or oxynitic cell. Yes, don't forget this name. Definitely these all are new terms, so definitely there are chances of forgetting, but never give it up. Just revise every time so that you would remember each and every time again and again. Yes. First one we are going to discuss about the mucous neck cell. It secretes mucus, exactly expressed by Harshita, mucus cells to protect the lining of the stomach. So mucus not alone, mucus along with the bicarbonate ion protect the stomach wall. What is the stomach wall? It is a mucosal epithelium from the HCl and prevents auto digestion. What do you mean by auto digestion? What do you mean by auto digestion? HCl is highly acidic, right? 1.8 to 2 pH is there inside the stomach, right? So if no necessary amount of protection is given to the lining of the stomach, what happens? After the gastric acid gets stimulated and it will crave out the wall of the stomach. Okay. So in order to prevent the auto digestion of the wall of the stomach, you will have the mucus along with the bicarbonate ion present or secreted by the mucous neck cells. That's all about the mucous neck cell. Second one is the chief cells or zymogen cell or peptic cell. They secrete proenzyme. What do you mean by proenzyme? Pro always stands for inactive. Pro always stands for inactive. The term pro refers to inactive. Pepsinogen, prorenin, lipase, All these things are proenzymes which are secreted by the cheese cells or peptic cell, pepsinogen, prorenin, and lipase. Next one is oxynetic or parietal cell. Oxynetic or parietal cell, it secretes HCl and Casel's intrinsic factor, which it is a kind of a factor in kind of an intrinsic factor secreted by the parietal cells of our body, which are necessary for the absorption of a vitamin B12. Okay, vitamin B12. This is at least 25 times repeated MCQ. HCl is secreted by which cells of the body? It is oxynetic cells or parietal cells. Yes? Are you all understanding? Are you all understanding the class? Yes, give me hearts on the screen if you're enjoying the class. It's 9 p.m. It's 9 p.m. Give me hearts on the screen. No menti quiz, no menti quiz. I was busy preparing with the revision camp. I already informed you, right? About the revision camp, which is going to be happen every Sunday, as I already promised to you in the very first class. Guys, 6 students are watching, I think. Guys, tell me tomorrow at which time should I conduct the revision camp on the chapter biological classification. We'll be doing the previous year and the most expected 50-60 questions. 50-60 questions we'll be doing. Neet 2020 students may be knowing just exactly how we did during the last days of Neet preparation in the Slido. Yes? Tell me at tomorrow at which time should I conduct? And I'll check out the majority and I'll take up. Yes, Calvin is telling 10 a.m. He's free. Yes. What about others? What about Harshita? 4 p.m. What about Nila? Dikshit? Srujana? Shivani, what about you? I hope you don't have a class tomorrow at anything. Is there any school classes for any students tomorrow? Yes? Yes. Calvin, are you free at 4 p.m.? Since the majority is demanding for 4. Majority demanding for 4. Right? Okay. So most probably I'll inform you. So sharp at 4 or 4:30 will coming out with the revision camp. Okay, revision camp. Okay. So revision camp about the chapter biological classification, and my humble request to all the students who are going to attempt the revision camp or going to join the session on the revision camp tomorrow is that please get prepared with the chapter. Please get thoroughly prepared with the chapter biological classification. If you have any doubt regarding that, you are free to ask in the group. Okay, just as how we did in the morning today, I'll be just sharing certain questions regarding the chapter biological classification. What are the important points you have to study? You have to study each and every point. Give more focus to kingdom protista, fungi, and about the viruses, viroids, and all those things, where you could have the name of different scientists. Contagium vivum fluidium, crystallized viruses, obligate parasite. Yes, phycobiont, mycobiont in case of lichen. So all these areas you have to give more focus. You can expect all those questions for tomorrow's test. And I don't want even one person to give silly answers. Yes, especially 2021 students. 2021 students have to be completely prepared with the topic. Okay. No misclicking, nothing, guessing or whatever. You have to, whenever you see the first part of the question itself, the answer should be there in your mind. Without even seeing the option itself, you have to comment me the answer. Okay? Guys, it's exactly just like a Menti quiz we are doing, okay? All students are able to participate. I'll show you about it after this class. I prepared and just put it out. Yes. Yes, I'll show you right now. This is the revision camp which we are going to do tomorrow morning. Okay. This is a revision camp which we are going to do tomorrow morning. Perfect. So I'll be providing the code and everything tomorrow morning. I was on the time of preparation. Yes. This is what we are going to do tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, not tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening. After all your classes set free, we are going to have the revision camp on the super amazing chapter biological classification. 2022 2021 students, no more further chances for you guys. If I see anybody giving wrong answer, surely you will get something. Okay, because very easy chapter out of all the chapters of your class 11. Direct questions would be asked from that. Yes, especially all those students, 2020 written students. Nila, Calvin, 2020 students, you have to give me only correct answer. Perfect. Be prepared. 2022 students, you have still time, but I want you also guys to prepare and come for the test. Okay. Because if we complete this chapter, or if we complete the revision camp tomorrow, then we would have to look out the chapter only during the last moment preparation. That much perfect that chapter should be today. Okay, no doubt for that. Yes, without wasting time, moving forward with the third gland, that is the liver. Liver, as we already discussed, liver is the largest gland of our body, which weighs about 1.5 kilogram. Exactly, Nila. Yes, it will be a live streaming itself. It will be a live streaming in YouTube along with the ongoing Slido quiz. Absolutely. Just like the Menti, okay, guys? Just like the Menti. No classes before that. That's the only difference. You will have only pure quiz session. Pure quiz session. Okay. I don't know who is this person who is just clicking the like. After 5 minutes, it will go into dislike. 9 on my screen. It is 9 p.m. Okay, now at 9:08 it was 9 like and 1 dislike. Now 9:09 it is 8 likes and 1 dislike. I don't know who is just playing. Guys, just leave all those things and attend the classes. Okay. Yes. So the largest gland is the liver, which is 1.5 kilogram. It is reddish brown in color and it is a bilobed structure having a large right lobe and a small left lobe. Guys, am I audible or it's buffering? Am I audible or it's just buffering now? Yes, tell me. Okay. So it is a bilobed structure which you will have the right lobe is larger. This is the right lobe. Guys, those who are preparing for your 11th board exam, this diagram would definitely be asked for your boards. Okay. For CBSE students also, this is an important diagram. Okay. Okay. Don't get tense. They will be giving you the marks for the labeling. Some students like me doesn't know to draw very good, right? Don't know how to draw even. But for scoring the marks, we have to draw, right? So what I'll do during my school days, I'll just draw it, just an outline or whatever. Just I will do according to my imaginations and everything. I'll do it in the paper, but I'll just mark it very neatly. Okay, that's where the teacher have to fall and give us the mark. Okay, I'll be just having the dotted lines followed by an arrow mark. All the marking will be at the similar place. Look, suppose this is the diagram I have to label. I'll be just marking it like this, like this. And all my arrows will be coming straight on one. And I'll be writing it in a capital letters in a very neatly. And there is the place where the teachers will fall and give us the marks. Okay, that's the tricks we have to apply. That's a trick we have to apply. Certain students during, even I too was so worried during the previous days of the practical examination of class 11th when I entered the school for the very first time. Okay, I studied up to 10th standard in another school, and 11th and 12th I studied in another school. Okay, up to 10th I was studying in the ICSE school, and 11th and 12th I studied in a CBSE board. Okay, CBSE board. So at that time, during my first initial time, the lab, CBSE students must be knowing, right? They will be having the lab exams in class 11th also. So at that time, they will be giving us 20-25 diagrams of all the things about animal kingdom. We have to draw Ascaris, we have to draw Neoris, then we have to draw about the cockroach digestive system, about class chondrichthyes, osteichthyes, pigeon, rabbit, crocodile. All these diagrams we have to draw in the lab manual. No, in the lab record. Okay. At that time, I don't know what to do. My 10th standard record I given to my uncle, and okay, he's a good drawer. Okay, so I given to my uncle, and he just drawn for me. But 11th and 12th we cannot do that, because if today is a biology lab, next Friday I have to submit my biology up to that experiment only. Okay, so every week I can't go to my uncle and give it, right? So finally what I did, I have to draw, I have to make everything perfect by myself. After you draw each time, everything will get improved. So the bilobed structure having the right lobe larger and the small left lobe. Okay, not a big artist, just a drawer. He loves to draw everything. He draws perfectly. Okay, that's it. So each lobe is covered of structural and functional units called hepatic lobules. Okay, structural and functional unit of nervous system, what you will call? 10th standard you have studied, CBSE students. Structural and functional unit of nervous system. Tell me the structure, name of the structural and functional unit of nervous system. Tell me fast on the chat box. We have a bit more portion in order to make you out of free from bore. I was just talking. Absolutely, Harshada, it is neuron. And for excretory system, you have nephron. Exactly like this, you have hepatic lobules as a structural and functional unit of liver. Okay, the structural and functional unit of liver is the hepatic lobules. Yes. A lobule has many hepatic cells which are arranged as cord around a central vein. They secrete an alkaline fluid which is called the bile juice. The bile juice is a yellowish, greenish yellow in color. Greenish yellow in color is the bile juice. Due to the presence of, I given you the homework and most of you have commented about the components of bile, bilirubin and biliverdin. Bilirubin and biliverdin, right? Along with the bile salt and more components are there. Mainly these are the two components which is giving yellow greenish color to the bile juice. Guys, tell me the covering of the heart. What you will call the covering of the heart? Heart has a double membranous outer covering, right? So what you will call the covering of heart? The human heart, what you will call? And tell me what you will call the covering of human lungs. Yes, let me check who is going to tell me. Exactly like the double membranous covering in heart and lungs, the liver lobules are covered by Glissen's capsule. Are covered by Glissen's capsule. Glissen's capsule is the outer covering of the liver lobule. You will calling it as a liver lobule. The outer covering is the what? Glissen's capsule. Nobody knows the covering of the heart and lungs. Ooh, ooh, shame, shame. No one? Yes, absolutely, Calvin. Lungs is covered by pleura or pleural membrane. What about heart? Heart is covered by a double membranous structure called pericardium. Heart, pericardium, lungs, pleura, liver. Yes, Shivani Srujana. Very good. It is pericardium. And the liver by the Glissen's capsule. Very good. This is very important. This is very important. At least 10 times repeated MCQ for your NEET examination to arrange these parts. What parietal? Yes, at least 10 times repeated to arrange these in the same order. First one, bile will be produced by the liver, which will be transferred to the hepatic duct. Look at the diagram. This diagram should always be there in your mind. Always there in your mind whenever you are asked a question regarding this. So hepatic duct. From the hepatic duct, okay, this is the liver. From the liver, you will have the hepatic duct. From the hepatic duct, it will be going into the gallbladder. Okay, from the it will be going into the gallbladder, stored inside the gallbladder. From the gallbladder, it would be gaining its entry into the cystic duct. What is cystic duct? The duct that carries bile from gallbladder. From gallbladder, you will call it as a cystic duct. From the cystic duct, it will be coming on to the common bile duct. Okay, fifth one is common bile duct. Common bile duct. From the common bile duct, the pancreatic juice also get mixed and it will form. This is the bile duct. This is the pancreatic duct. It will together be pouring into the duodenum. So common hepatopancreatic duct and finally leads to the duodenum. Take a snapshot of this particular table, everybody. Take a snapshot of this table, everyone. I'll give you 3 seconds. Bile, hepatic duct, gallbladder, cystic duct, common bile duct, common hepatopancreatic duct, and duodenum. Yes? Okay. Next one, we are going to discuss about the hepatopancreatic duct. Sorry, the hepatopancreatic duct is guarded by the sphincter of OD. At least 50 times repeated MCQ. At least 50 times repeated MCQ. Very, very, very important. Don't go for the exam without taking this, without studying this term. Sphincter of OD. It is the opening of the hepatopancreatic duct into the duodenum. Hepatopancreatic duct into the duodenum is guarded by a small opening called sphincter of OD. Sphincter of OD is a sphincter muscle that guards the opening of the hepatopancreatic duct into the duodenum. The next important term you have to study is bile has no enzyme, but bile has pigments such as bilirubin, biliverdin, bile pigments, cholesterol, and phospholipid. I saw many answers regarding this in our comment section on the very first day of the chapter. Okay, very good. Those who have find out by yourself, also those who have searched and find out and spent 2 or 3 minutes for that, hands off to you because you did that much. Okay, I'm happy for that you did that much. Okay, So bile, this point is very important. Bile has no enzyme. Since this year, no assertion reason question. 2020 students may be knowing no assertion reason question was asked. But 2021, you can have two or three assertion reason question from all the three subjects. Physics, chemistry, biology. From all these, each two or three assertion reason question may be there. Not sure about it, may be there. Okay, so be expect for that. We have to expect for that. Next one is about the pancreas we are going to discuss. We have only a small portion to complete. Pancreas, liver is the largest gland. Pancreas is the second largest gland of our body. It is seen near the duodenal loop. So this is the duodenum, the C-shaped structure. Absolutely shown. How is the slides, guys? How is the slides? Are you understanding? That's why I included this much of images to show you about it. How is the slides? Is it perfect? Are you understanding? Along with the diagram I am showing in order to make you understand. Yes, this is the C-shaped structure. Absolutely, you can witness, right? The C-shaped structure. We will call it as the duodenum, and inside the loop of the duodenum, in the loop of the duodenum, you will have the leaf-like organ, the gland, which you will call it as the pancreas. So it is a cream-colored heterocrine gland. What do you mean by heterocrine gland? Heterocrine gland means it has both exocrine and endocrine part. That is, it is a mixocrine gland. That is, exocrine gland secretes enzymes. Exocrine gland secretes enzymes and endocrine gland secretes hormone. Can anyone tell me about the hormones produced by pancreas? Exocrine means ducted glands and endocrine gland means ductless gland. Absolutely, Deekshit, very good. Can anyone tell me about what are the hormones produced by pancreas? Anyone? Insulin, glucagon, somatostatin. Insulin, glucagon, somatostatin are different hormones which are produced by the pancreas. And name the enzyme produced by pancreas. The exocrine part of the pancreas secretes an alkaline fluid, that is the enzyme, which is the pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice. The exocrine part has a pancreatic duct that opens into the duodenum along with the common bile duct as hepatopancreatic duct. Okay. Yes. So these are the three hormones produced by. Okay. Exocrine part has a pancreatic duct that opens into the duodenum along with a bile duct, hepatopancreatic duct, guarded by the opening which is known as a sphincter of OD. Guys, are you all active on the chat box? Are you all active? I'm not receiving any comments. Do you have any doubt regarding any of these things we discussed? Is there any doubt regarding anything? 1 second, please wait for 1 minute. Let me refresh the page. One second. Let me refresh the page. Yes. Yes, Harshida, it is insulin, glucagon, somatostatin. Okay. After that, Calvin asked me a doubt. What is the function of somatostatin? Yes. Somatostatin is a hormone secreted by The pancreas, the delta cells of the pancreas that produces the neuroendocrine hormone which prevents the production of other hormones. Okay, which inhibits the production of other hormone. Guys, those who are watching the lecture, don't forget to like the session. Okay, so the exocrine part secrete pancreatic juice. This is at least 50 times repeated MCQ. Guys, I am not telling it in a simply numerical value. It's 50 times absolutely repeated question. If you refer your previous year question, you will have 50 times the same question asked for your exam. Okay, what are the components of pancreatic juice? Pancreatic juice. It consists of inactive protease enzyme, trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, procarboxypeptidase, amylases, lipases, nucleases. So all these are the components of pancreatic juice which is secreted by the exocrine part of the pancreas. Very important. What are the hormone? Trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, procarboxypeptidase, amylases, lipases, and nucleases. Last gland, digestive gland, is the intestinal gland. No, we don't have too much thing about this to study as per NCRT, but we have to expect the question. Okay, so intestinal gland is simple tubular glands of the body. Simple tubular glands. There are two types. First one is a crypts of Leberkuhn. This is an out of NCRT, but this are previous year question. If you open the previous year books with you, you would see the questions from crypts of Leberkuhn and also from the Brunner's or the duodenal gland. Crypts of Leberkuhn consist of a mucus secreting goblet cells and an enzyme secreting Paneth cells. 2020 students, Nila Calvin, have you observed a question exactly about the goblet cells in our biology Neet 2020 paper? A question was asked, but not from the chapter digestive system, but from the chapter structural organization in animals. Whether it is multicellular compound exocrine, one question like that was asked for your exam. Do you remember? Are you remembering such a kind of a question about the goblet cells asked in your NEET examination 2020? Yes. So the crypts of Leberkuhn consist of a mucus secreting goblet cells and an enzyme secreting Paneth cells. So they will be asking the enzyme secreting part inside the crypts of Leberkuhn. You will calling it as a Paneth cells, and the mucus secreting part you will have the goblet cells. Brunner gland or the duodenal gland confined to the submucosa layer of the duodenum secretes only mucus. Okay, fine everybody. Guys, is it buffering in your case? Is it buffering? Actually, it's the device. I'm taking class in one system and I'm using another system or my iPad for what? Viewing your charts. In that, it's going on buffering. And the comments are not at all visible. What about in your case? Am I audible to everybody? I hope it's so. Okay, I hope it's so. I hope you could hear me. I cannot view your charts. Okay, I hope it's clear. I think we came to the end of this chapter. Okay, so the intestinal gland secretes alkaline intestinal juice. What is intestinal juice? Succus entericus. Just exactly how you are. I told you about the what gastric, not gastric, pancreatic juice components. The succus entericus consists of which of the following? This is a previous year NEET question. Okay, previous year NEET question is the components of succus entericus. It consists of certain enzymes such as maltase, lactase, sucrase, dipeptidase, lipase, nucleotidase, nucleosidases. Guys, please study, write and study these terms, because in the next class I'll be just telling out procarboxypeptidase will be converting into carboxypeptidase, trypsinogen to chymotrypsinogen to chymotrypsin, trypsinogen to trypsin, like this. At that time I'll be asking you which part or which digestive gland produces that thing. At that time, without at a glance of a second, I should receive the answer. All right. Yes. No delay at that particular time. That's why I'm asking you repeatedly to study, write and study these components of each hormone or the gland, not hormone, each enzyme. So the bicarbonate and the mucus provide an alkaline medium and protects the intestinal mucosa. So there are five kinds of digestive glands: salivary glands, which is of three types. Then about the liver, pancreas, gastric glands, and finally the intestinal glands. Yes, yes, guys. Give me hearts on the screen. If I'm audible and everything up to here it is clear, give me hearts on the screen. After closing, I'll view your chats. Yes, it's 9:32. Hope you all understood about the class digestive system, about the digestive gland. Yes, thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to us patiently till now, right from 8:30 onwards. Yes, I hope you would have derived some kind of a benefit from all these things. I hope so. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Be prepared for tomorrow's revision camp. Yes, prepare for tomorrow's revision camp on biological classification. I'll providing the schedule. I don't know whether I could provide the schedule today night itself. Okay, I am, because I have a small kind of a work tomorrow, being Sunday, a small work tomorrow. Okay, so anyway there will be class there. Anyway there will be class. Two classes definitely, one by me and one from Amal sir, right at 7 p.m. onwards. Just exactly how we did. 7 p.m. you will be having one class, and 8:30 will be having another class for tomorrow also. And I'll inform about the timing and everything. For the class 12 students, I'll be informing you about the timing of reproduction, sexual reproduction in flowering plants tomorrow morning approximately. If it's possible today night itself, I'll post the timetable. Okay, bye bye, guys. Take care. Good night, everyone. Have a good sleep today. Wake up with a fresh mind tomorrow. Have a nice day.